What it do, y'all? It's your girl Makeup and Travel, and for today's video your girl is here to bring you my next video in my must-have must-gag series. This is a series inspired by Samantha March's Will I Buy It series. I always have her series and the community playlist linked down below, along with all of the websites and not websites, all the pages that I get all of my pictures from. If you're wondering why this is going up late, it's going up late because I was on a mini vacation this weekend. I had attempted or aspired to record this video on the Friday before I left, but your girl just did not have time. I just didn't have time. I picked up a new side hustle slash side business in addition to school, in addition to this, in addition to a full-time job, so I just did not have the time. I didn't, but I have the time tonight, so I'm here to bring this to you guys. If you're wondering what's on my face, I did record it. It will be coming up sometime. I have a lot of pre-recorded videos, so I honestly cannot tell you when it'll be coming up, but it will be coming up definitely before the new year, definitely before December, probably in November. That's where I'm gonna ballpark it, because I'm pretty sure all of the videos that I need for October have already been established. Anyways, if you're wondering what I actually used on my eyes, it is the Menage Cosmetics Violet Ink palette. This is my third look in my 3 looks 1 palette. So this will be coming up very, very soon. And I think if you're wondering what's going up for the rest of this week, I want to say it is my 3 looks 1 palette for my Blue Moon palette from Colourpop. I'm pretty sure that's what I have ready to go for this week, but don't hold me to that. I am recording Monday night, and if you did not know, I focus on indie brands, and I do this every 2 weeks. So I already have a lot of things to talk about, but since I am recording a whole, 2 days later than I typically do, I have a lot to talk about. I am going to focus on not doing sneak peeks, but just talking about like actual product reveals and how I feel about the products, or actual products that are already launched, because it is a lot. All the sneak peeks, I will try and talk further about those products in my next video in this series. I think that is all the kind of housekeeping, if you will. I think that's it. I am just going to scoot to a corner. Okay, I'm running into my furniture, so we're gonna switch. Oh God, one thing, it's not, if it's not one thing, it's another. Okay, well, I think this is the best that I can do. We're gonna try and do our best. The first thing I'm gonna talk about is Huda Cosmetics. Now, this is a brand that I heard about from Angelica Niequist, and I am intrigued by their brand. I haven't seen a palette that they have curated that I've purposely really wanted to try, but you guys know I love to try single eyeshadows, and especially single eyeshadow brands. I love to try if the formula is good, different colors that I'm very intrigued in. And I would love to see if this brand has a shade that I'm looking for. I'm looking for a very deep, like burgundy eyeshadow. I don't have that in my collection. Surprise, surprise. At least not that I can think of. I do intend to do kind of a organization of my single eyeshadow, so we will see when I get there. But I do want to I would like to look in this brand to see if they have any shades that are unique to my collection. Davina Cosmetics will be releasing a new Sugar Drops collection. I have seen 3 shades revealed. The names are not on this picture, but I will show them on the screen. They're all very pretty. I do love this formula. I have a couple of her exploders from this very similar formula, just a different range. Will I be picking any of these up? I'm not sure. I am trying my hardest not to pick up too many more metallics. I really want to concentrate all my metallics into one area so I can see what I already have and what I don't need, which is why I really need to do that reorganizing video so I can see what shades I already have, because a lot of these indie brands, although it may be new to their brand, it's not new necessarily to the market. So that's where I'm at. I'm trying to really control my purchasing, but not go on a complete no buy, because I know that's not me. I know that's not, I wouldn't be happy with that. I want to do something where I'm happy. So I would like to control my purchasing, but not restrict it. So if any of these are unique to my collection, which I honestly don't think any of them will, then I would love to pick them up. But if they're not, unfortunately, I will have to pass. Huda Beauty Huda Beauty nude palettes. Now, I did take the time to go into Sephora this past weekend or something like that. And I'm very happy to say that I actually swatched these. I was the first person to swatch these, and I will try my best to actually put my swatches on the screen along with their swatches. If not, I will do them one at a time. Long story short, I was very, very intrigued by these palettes, specifically the medium and the rich. I thought those were beautiful. I mean, beautiful. Woo. But when I went in store and actually looked at the palettes, I was not impressed. I don't know what it is about how they're pictured, but they just seem more saturated on these pictures, and they look a lot more like red and pinky than they do in person to me. And then also just by the swatches, it just did not seem like something that was really up my alley. So all three of these are going to be a pass. I'm very, very happy that I took the time to go in person to see them and to really kind of talk myself out of them. Vivi Cosmetics is collaborating with Brigitte Skincare. It looks like they're doing a collection called Red Rum collection. There's a lipstick and looks to be some skincare. I don't know much about either brand, but in case you do, there you go. Pat McGrath extended her holiday collection to now 3 of her quads, a bunch of lipsticks, and 2 highlighter like gels. I'm not interested in either of the highlighter gels. I actually am interested in another kind of form of this, but it's not new, so I'm not going to talk about it. The balms are intriguing, but honestly, I don't need them. I don't need to spend $30 something on a lip balm. I just don't. As for the eyeshadow quads, I do like them, do not get me wrong, but I don't get enough use out of my Pat McGrath eyeshadows that I already have, so I don't think it would be wise to bring more into my collection. If I could bring them into my collection, I would bring in the quad that has the blue, purple, and the green with that stupid gold, and then I will bring in the more pinky quad. But either way, neither of these are perfect for me. Had that blue, purple, and green quad had a silver Pat, there is such a thing as silver, okay? If that had a silver, your girl would be down. But I already have a palette with her gold, and it's like low-key awkward because it's in a really cool tone palette. So I don't need that anymore. I don't need these pinks. I feel like I have those in my singles. So overall, it is just going to be a huge pass. Shay J Cosmetics has released her Fiesta in Costa Rica eyeshadow palette. It has 2 rows of mattes and 2 rows of shimmers. This looks to be a really nice fall palette, but it's not a palette that I'm intrigued by. It's pretty, but it's not something that's really gripping me. Am I in focus? I think I am. It's not something that's really gripping me, so I am going to pass. Davina Cosmetics released her Sweater Weather collection. I was actually really intrigued by this. I thought this was going to be the palette that I finally tried her brand with, and it's not. No. The eyeshadow palette looks just basic and dry. No thank you. And I don't need any minis. Your girl hates minis. I am trying to pan all of my minis this year, and I have not been effective with that, but I've been getting more use out of them, so that's a plus. So this whole thing is a pass for me. The Marc Jacobs gel eye crayons, it's a pass for me. I don't like his like pencil crayons. I find them impossible to get on my actual waterline. And on top of that, I actually saw a video today by Mel Thompson, and a chunk of this came off her eye. Child, no, this thing is way too expensive for me to get in a chunk of color off my lid. If I could, and if it was actually a decent formula, I would get that yellow. I have gone through my yellow eyeliner like this, and I really do love to put a yellow in like my cut crease to accentuate them. I love yellows. Elf launched their Halloween or holiday collection. It looks to have 3 eyeshadow palettes, one that's like a more pinky maroon shade, one that's like more mauve-y, and one that's more neutral. They have a big like 100 eyeshadow palette. They have some other kits, all of that. Nothing is impressing me. Nothing is telling me to buy it, so I'm not going to force myself to. Colourpop released their Smoke Show collection. This is their like gray, black, and white toned collection. I have an Elf eyeshadow palette that is literally a smoky eyeshadow palette. Holy smokes. Here it is. this baby right here. Your girl already has grace in this. I have grace in my contour palette from Lunatic Cosmetics. I don't need it. And I don't reach for grays very often. I even have gray singles. So I know me. As much as this may be cute and pretty, I don't need it. And then on top of that, they have a matte black with glitter. I hate that. It's gone. It's done in my opinion. Jouer has sneak peeked and I believe officially revealed or released their holiday collection. It has that blush palette. It has lip product kit and a lip care duo. The lip care duo I don't need. Once again, too expensive. $25 for 2 products. Child, I can get my Burt's Bees lipsticks or chapsticks for what, $2? Your girl is good. The blush palette, I wish it was broken up where the darker shades in that highlighter were one palette and the lighter shades in that highlighter were another. Then I might consider purchasing it. But because I cannot get use out of all of these products, I will not be picking it up. As for the lip products, I've never been a huge person to be intrigued by Jouer's lip product formula, and those shades are not something that I would reach for. So it is a full pass for me. Okay, I said I wasn't going to talk about sneak peeks, but really quickly, Color Rain has sneak peeked that they're coming out with their foundations. Your girl is excited. I would love to hear reviews. I would love to have like a foundation collection that is all from Black owned brands. Sorry, not sorry. Makeup Revolution has launched their holiday collection. It is called the Precious Stones collection. They have 3 pretty decently sized eyeshadow palettes. They're all a pass for me. They have, well, 5 eyeshadow palettes. I apologize. They have 2 highlighter trios, pass. They have some sprays, lip glosses, what looks to be maybe loose highlighters, and then they have pressed highlighters, some brushes, a sponge, and some glitter liners. At most, I'm interested about those glitter liners. I would love to bring some more glitter liners in my collection that are cheap. The pressed highlighters look pretty, but I don't need them. Okay? Okay. Fenty Beauty has officially launched her lip gloss collection. I too did swatch this lip gloss collection, and once again, I already knew it. I only want those 2 shades, the dark brown and the really light or the orange. Those are the only 2 shades I like, and I like those shades in this formula because you get the color, but it's not super opaque or super loose or super thin. So you get a little bit of the color, but not too much. So I really will be getting those when they go full size. Everything else from her holiday collection is going to be a pass for me. Luxe Beauty has released a new trichrome. Very, very pretty, but once again, I'm trying my best not to get any multi-chromes until I can really curate my collection and see what I already have. ABH has released brow kits. I think this is brilliant. If I didn't already have too many of one of these products, I would have gotten it. Because what I do need to bring into my collection is some more brow pencils. Actually, no, because I just received a brow pencil. So no, I don't need any of these products. I am good, but I think if you use a certain set of these every day, this would be a brilliant purchase for you. Gigi Gorgeous is collaborating with Ipsy. I don't know who that is, and honestly, based on her complexion, I can just 99% assume that these are not going to work on me, so it is going to be a pass for me. Bitter Lace Beauty has released some dimensional spiderweb shadows. They have these year around, but during the Halloween season, this is like when they really amp up this collection. They're very, very pretty, and I would love to purchase one, but these things are expensive. I want to say they're like somewhere in the 20s to 30s for one single, and your girl just don't got it, okay? I just don't got it. Maybe if there was one that was like outstanding, but none of the shades look like jaw-dropping enough for me to spend that amount of money. Kimchi Beauty has officially launched. She's launched with her eyeshadow palette, boring, and she has some lip products and all that jazz. The whole collection is just boring to me right now. I would love, oh, those are liquid shadows. Still boring. I would love to see what she comes up with next, but right now it is going to be a pass. James Charles has released the miniature version of both his eyeshadow palette and his brush collection. It is a full pass for me. Nothing else to say. KKW has launched her holiday collection in Ulta and like on her website. I will have a picture, of course, on the screen. Nothing super intriguing, so it is going to be a pass for me. Larocque, L-A-R-O-C Cosmetics has released their artistry book. This is a 34 pan extra large formulated eyeshadow palette. Although I think the color scheme is beautiful and I love the crazy textured formula that actually looks like Huda Beauty's new nudes formulation, not glitter but just like textured. I don't need this palette. This is too big. I have all of these shades in both of my Lick and Lash palettes, so I am going to pass on this. And then of course the browns I just don't need, so full pass. Baby Bat Beauty has released her Halloween collection. If I'm correct, this is her very first eyeshadow palette. I do have quite a few Baby Bat Beauty products. I've been focusing more on their eyeshadow palettes. I don't have any more of their liquid lipsticks. I think it's pretty. I am slightly confused though, because I have a picture where it shows that some of the shades are red and then I guess with flashed they're pink. So I'm perplexed. I don't know what to think, which is never a good thing. I always want to know how I feel about the product before I purchase it. So maybe if somebody does a review, but honestly I don't really need this palette, so I'm just going to go ahead and skip. Kylie Cosmetics has released some more glitter or eye glazes. Honestly, some of those neutral ones look like they could be really good like every day, just throw on one shadow looks, which could be nice. But I think it's expensive. Maybe if these come to Ulta, your girl might scoop them up, but until then, it is a pass. Dandylion Cosmetics has released some more multi-chromes. This one looks beautiful. I will of course have it on the screen, but as I have said before, your girl's not purchasing them right now. The Junot Comb has released some face palettes, one for lighter complexions, one for darker complexions. The darker complexion still doesn't look like it'll work for me. It looks like it'll work for medium complexions. So I'm just going to go ahead and pass. If I'm getting a face palette at this point, I want to be able to use all of the shades. I haven't talked about the ABH and Carli Bybel palette. This palette released and I'm actually not hating this palette as much as I thought I would. When I got this particular photo, you can really see the colors and this actually does look unique, not only for like if I were to bring it in my collection, it would be unique to me, but it also feels unique for ABH, which is always a very important thing. It does look like one shade might be a matte with glitter and your girl just don't like that. So that might be a reason why I don't purchase this at the end of the day, but it doesn't look like a bad palette. Huda Beauty will be coming out with some throwback lip kits. I'm assuming it's going to be with one of her like 90s babies lipsticks and then a lip liner. That brown one is calling my name. I want it. I want it so bad. I haven't seen the price yet, but when I see a price, your girl might be scooping it up. Davina Cosmetics has also shown that she'll be releasing some singles for Black Friday. This one that she has shown right now is called Furly. It's pretty, but I feel as though I have something similar somewhere in my collection. So for right now, at least this shade, it's going to be a skip. Colourpop released their Bye Bye Birdie collection, and I'm not that impressed. The only thing that I like is that really deep burgundy like gel pot. I love that shade. I would love to get an eyeshadow that matched that perfectly, but yeah, that's pretty much it. In case you did not know, Laelia Cosmetics is doing a Halloween glam bag quad. I will do my best to screenshot the actual quad when she opens it so you guys can see. It is a very beautiful quad. It is $90, which is not cheap for 4 eyeshadows, but I truly have enjoyed the singles that I've gotten from her. I don't know if I've used them on camera, but I have used them. They're very, very pretty. So we will see. I may purchase it. May. So Girl, it's not $90. I don't know what crack I was smoking when I said that. It's only $30. Okay, let us continue. Inglot Cosmetics has collaborated with the Powerpuff Girls to release a collection. Honestly, none of these actually look like they would be able to work on my complexion or things that I'm truly interested in. So this is going to be a pass for me. But one thing I am halfway interested in is another Inglot thing. And I'm just going to go ahead and talk about it right now. It is the Inglot Cosmetics Halloween palette, if you will. It's pretty. Okay, it's called Witch Please, that's what it says, and it has room for 2 Inglot singles. I would love to get more Inglot products, so I am actually interested in maybe scooping that up, so look forward to that. Victoria Beckham will be expanding her line with some lip tints and lip definers. From what I see, nothing is super intriguing. Maybe the 06. I love a brown nude, and like an 05, but I'm not dying to get either of these because of the price. Noblet Cosmetics has come out with the new highlighter. I like the red one. I really do. I do have a red highlighter. It's somewhere in that collection. It was from a previous Halloween collection, from an indie brand. So I'm not a stranger to red highlighters, but I would love to scoop this up. But I do have red products, so we will see. We will see how it works. But if I got anything from this collection, it would be that red highlighter. Tati is coming out with now another brand called Tati Beauty, where she is first releasing an eyeshadow palette. I love that there are different textures in this eyeshadow palette, but I don't need the textures. I don't need the eyeshadow palette. It is going to be a skip for me, but I am intrigued to see what she comes up with next. I've already talked about this brand once, but I'm going to go ahead and talk about them again. Dandylion Cosmetics is coming out with even more single eyeshadows. These now talk about show some more purple and blue tones. So in case you are interested in that brand, it seems that they've been coming out with a lot of new singles, so go ahead and check them out. Kylie Cosmetics seems to be coming out with highlighters themselves. A lot of people have tried Kylie Cosmetics. I still have not succumbed to the hype and tried them. A lot of their palettes do look interesting, but it has not been something that I truly felt like I need to purchase. I feel like I've always been able to dupe it with my collection, or I wasn't going to get enough use out of them. Either way, I would love to see what inside the highlighters and go from there. Doe Color Official has released a bunch of new kind of products, and I wouldn't even say they necessarily released them, but they were featured on Trend Mood's page. All of the palettes look pretty, but they're nothing that I need to personally bring into my collection, so it's all going to be a pass for me. Kristin Lee Cosmetics has come out with her Autumn Vibes palette. It's already released by the time I'm talking about this, and it has 4 multi-chrome eyeshadows. One in Bonfire Babe, Falling Leaves, Oh My Gourd, and Feeling Pine. I have a lot of Kristin Lee singles, and I'm not gonna lie, I was hoping that there were gonna be some mattes in this baby. I really would love for her to come out with some matte eyeshadows. Will I be picking this up? I don't know. I do have one of her quads here and a whole Z palette full of some other things, but this is one of her quads. Her quads are outstanding. The formulation is beautiful, and I feel like I would be probably one of the better people to show you guys dupes or similarities in her collection. So if you guys do want that, just let me know. I can definitely make a video out of it and purchase it. It is, how expensive is this? It doesn't say. It doesn't say how expensive this is, but yeah, I can definitely purchase it and show you guys some dupes if this is something that you truly want. If not, I might kind of slow walk that purchase. It looks like MAC has already sneak peeked their Chinese New Year collection. The packaging is cute, but one thing I've learned about myself is I don't really get the most use out of blushes that have like these 2-pronged colors, so I am going to go ahead and skip on this, even though I do love one of the colors. Okay, so my camera keeps playing me, but your girl is gonna get this together. I want a lot of this Melk Cosmetics Halloween collection. I want the Muerte palette. I'm pretty intrigued by their neutral palette. I have been getting into more neutral palettes, specifically as if it's following around fall time. The highlighter looks beautiful. Those gel pots look pretty. I am just intrigued by a lot. This is going to be a pretty big purchase for me. And I am very, very excited. So do look forward to that coming here on my channel if you're interested. Colourpop released 3 new eyeshadow palettes on Ulta's website. The Night Owl, the Birds of Paradise, and the Lovebird palettes. I am not intrigued by any of them, so it is a pass for me. Sample Beauty is slowly showing a colorful eyeshadow palette, half matte, half nude shimmer. I will show what the most updated picture is, but from what I can see, it's not much. A brand that I wanted to kind of talk about because it seems as though they kind of went ghost is the Makeup Shop. They got very big because of, what was the eyeshadow palette? I think it was this one, the Muse eyeshadow palette. And I was scrolling through my Instagram and I saw this eyeshadow palette. It's called the Majestic eyeshadow palette. This is a very, very pretty eyeshadow palette. It's very, very like fall themed and inspired. I am very intrigued by this eyeshadow palette. I have not tried this brand, but this eyeshadow palette is only $16 and it is up my alley. They also have the Nightfall palette. I will just show all 3 of them for you guys. I am intrigued. I am very intrigued. And we will see. I might scoop them up because I'm intrigued. What else can I say? Septic Cosmetics is releasing their Halloween collection. It has an eyeshadow palette with some highlighters on the bottom, maybe some lip products. I'm not intrigued by any of these products, so it is going to be a huge pass for me. Going to the last few items that I have pinned. Huda Beauty is coming out with a new eyeshadow palette. It's called the Mercury Retrograde eyeshadow palette. I am not interested in this baby at all, so I'm very happy about that. I know Karen Harris will definitely be doing a video. She's already said she's going to be getting it and doing a video, so I'll be intrigued to see her video. And I bet you these colors are outstanding, but just looking at them in the pan, I'm just not interested, and I'm not going to force myself to be interested because I'm always interested. KKW and Mario's round 2 seems to be coming around the corner, maybe for a second holiday release, who knows. But now they're starting to show us real sneak peeks, which is always interesting. And then Shin X O has released her first eyeshadow palette. It's called the Heaps of Sweet palette. Purples and some neutrals. Not my cup of tea. I think that's all the things that I have pinned. Hopefully I didn't miss too many things. I've been tabbing things that are intriguing or I wanted to talk about in any form of light. I am going to come to the middle, as you can see. Pretty much, honestly, if I had to boil it down to like, what is the one thing that I want to purchase from this like round of video, it's going to be that Melk Cosmetics Halloween collection. I am lusting. I mean lusting after those products. Pretty much everything else, if I can get my phone to work, it's like okay, or I'm interested, but I'm not dying for it. But that collection, I am here for it 100%. Yeah, that's pretty much it, which I'm very, very happy about. I do have quite a few things that have come in, and I am piling up things that I need to review or test out, which is never a good thing, at least not when I'm trying to be on a low buy. And I also, of course, have an obscene collection list of things I still want to get. It's coming around Halloween or Christmas time, so that means I'm going to be giving my list to my best friend and probably my family to get some more stuff. So I need to slow down. Okay, but I am happy. I am definitely going to be getting that Melk Cosmetics collection. Wait for it. Your girl is setting an alarm for that one. Setting an alarm. But that's all I have to talk to you guys about today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and as always, y'all, it has been real. Peace.